Hey, this is Ron. Well, the rain stopped for long enough for me to get a little video in here. I wanted to do something a little bit earlier, but it's been raining so hard when I get inside the shop there, you can't really hear me. But even though I do have insulation on the roof, and you'll see in a minute, but just wanted to say thank you very much. I noticed I had a few new subscribers. I really appreciate it. Even though I haven't been on there and had a video probably in about 2.5 months. Medical situation and a couple injuries sidelined me for about 1.5 months of that. So I wasn't out here doing too much at all. I got this, I'll call prettied up inside. I couldn't just throw a shed together and put some tools and machines in it and just leave it. I had to hang a few things in it. Yeah, they're probably unnecessary things, but it makes me feel more at home. Who cares, right? But anyway, I'll show you the side down here and give you a shot of the roof. And then we'll go ahead and go inside. Okay? Let's get going. Well, I guess we could start with this one. If you guys have been with me for a while, you know I made this out of a 19-inch Model A wheel. And those are the valves and the springs off of my first flathead V8 I rebuilt. And I was hoping to hang it inside the shop, but it won't work. But here's a view down the side. And I got the door right here. Yeah, I got myself a little Model A block. Maybe I'll play around on the drill when I get it going. But I still have to get my vent trimmed out up here. I've got the insulation packed in there. And the sun's out now. I tried doing this earlier today, but the rain was just too hard on it, on the roof. I couldn't. There you go. You can see down the other side there. And the last 8 feet of this is storage for the household. So here's what I got for a roof. So let's go ahead and go inside. The roof is 18-inch tailor-made roofing metal panels that I got for a really good deal. So let's go on inside here where I've got my TV with some YouTube guys on it. Well, I hope I'm not cutting my head off here, but I took my TV out of the garage so I can watch you guys. I just happen to have Steve Summers up here now, but trust me, I watch all you guys on here. But anyway, keep in mind when I show you this place, it's only 6 feet wide. The entire, I want to call it a machine shed, is 35 feet long. And the last 8 feet of it is household storage. So I got everything but the last 8 feet. But I do have more area to go into the carport here. I'm already into the carport probably about 12 feet. So anyway, but I put up this power bar here so I can hang my lights and charge my camera and my phone and stuff like that. But anyway, I did hang a few things in here. I've got some stuff that's not really needed, but I just didn't want to throw the machines out here and say, here I go, and that's it. I wanted to be able to enjoy myself. So the kid in me took over again, and yeah, I've got little knickknacks and cans up in the cubbies and stuff like that, but it makes it feel more like home. But here's where my abrasive 1.5 is going to live, right here. She's pretty much leveled out right now. I could use a little fine tuning on it, but right now it's super close. My toolbox is going to stay right in here. Yeah, I got a couple things over here I want to show you too. So a couple of state fines and a gift from one of you guys. So here's where I have my clamps hanging. I don't know what I'm going to do with my power hacksaw. I just kind of have it shoved in here right now. I'm not really sure where I'm going to put it. As my press. I really don't have room to leave it in the garage. And you know, I don't mean to keep interrupting, but I was trying to figure out how the heck I got all this stuff into a 1-car stall in my 2-car garage, if that makes sense. I have no clue how I got all this stuff in there, because that's where it came from. But I do have my Mylec on the floor. The floor on the raised section of this machine shed is made out of pallet racking. You can see the side supports right there, and one of the verticals back in behind Otto there. But pretty much that's all it is pallet racking and a little roofing, a little siding. So yeah, I know, let's get on with it. Here's a few things that I've got. I haven't run my 220 in here for my 3-phase, so there's some materials for that down there. And we can turn and look back on the, we'll call it the lower area, since it's like 5 inches lower. Anyway, that's kind of what it looks like in there. And everybody's got to have the flag. And I kind of hang my hose for my vacuum there, and my welding jacket, and some leads under here. But I just took my tool board off of the other wall and stuck it up here for right now. And behind this wall right here is the additional 8-foot storage. But I've got this 1-inch foam insulation board with this foil on one side, or the Mylar on one side, and a moisture barrier on the other side. And with the temperature outside at 85 degrees at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a warm day a couple weeks ago, this bare tin was reading 149.9 degrees. And with this insulation on it, it went down to 86.5. So that's very tolerable. Anyway, got myself a little chart hung up here, and this one's ready to roll. I do have to tram it out still, but I've got a couple things here set up for a project that I'm going to work on. Down here is my Cool Mist. I still have to attach that on it, and the original motor for the Bridgeport still underneath there in the box. I've also got another lamp over here that, there we go, it can give me a lot more light, even though it is kind of washed. It's an LED, but it gives me a whole lot more light. And I got my bandsaw project sitting back here because I just kind of wanted it out of the way, since I don't have that much room in here. So here's this, my old Rockwell table saw stand, and I've kind of got my materials up on this, and my hold downs and some of my lubricants and drill bits and files and that kind of stuff, just to keep it handy. I'm not sure if this is where I'm going to keep everything. It might be moving around, but I really don't know. So I got my lathe sitting here, and I've got my steel rounds here, and my aluminum and brass and copper down on the bottom part there, with more on the floor and more in the bucket. And I got myself a little grinder on there. You guys have seen that, but I've got my lathe set up. The table's level. The lathe is just a hair off. It tips up in the front a little bit, and I've still got to fine tune that, but I threw a 2x6 up there because I don't know what I'm going to do for a backsplash. I got this piece of aluminum over here, and I was thinking of bending it up, but I don't have a brake, and I don't have access to one, and I really don't want it to look like a 12-year-old did it, because if I try it on my own, that's what it's going to look like. But I got a few things shoved up underneath here. I got my wire welder and some supplies underneath there, and there's where I'm holding my tool holders on with a magnetic strip up there. And I just have this table right here just so I can put some stuff in. I've got miscellaneous electrical supplies and stuff in there. I don't even know if it's gonna stay in here. Let's see if I can get this thing in better focus. There. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at right there. I did put a wall of the insulation all the way down on the end because on the end I did not put the insulation up here on the roof. And it gets really hot in there. I might just have to run some in there. But here's where Otto's going to live. So let's go down there and check him out. I've got a couple things I'm going to do on him. One project is going to be for that table elevation. Yeah, Otto does come pretty close. I got another 5 inches, 6 inches to go till that head's up at the top, and I think Otto might end up touching the inside there. So we're just going to have to work around that, but here's where he's at. I've got a couple tools here I should show you. I was at this estate sale and they had these drill bits out here, and it looks like somebody modified this. I'm not sure what the heck they were trying to drill, but it's got quite a few facets in there, if you can see that. But it's a 1 3/4 inch straight shank. This one looks to be a Morse 4. It's 1 1/4 inch, and somebody modified this so I can still use it in there. All I have to do is put a sleeve over this, come up high enough where the tang would be so I can knock it out, because this'll hold, more than hold it on there. I don't plan on drilling anything super fast. And this one here is a 1 3/16, and they did the same thing to this. I think this is a Morse 3, and I think this one's a Morse 2, and it's a 1 inch. And they did the same thing to this, and it looks like the drill slipped all over the place. They used this one quite a bit, I guess. But I got these at the estate sale. Also, I was looking around to figure out how I could fix this table elevation setup that I've got over here. So, I don't know if you can see it right up. Here, let's raise the camera up just a little bit there. Right here there was supposed to be at least a piece coming out, a couple umbrella gears in here, and a place for a crank to mount, and an Acme screw that went all the way down. Well, I've got the Acme screw. I've also sourced an old handle. It's got an old crank handle. There we go. It's got a wooden handle on it. I also sourced the Acme nut to put down here on the table, and the umbrella gears. So all I have to do now is make the bracket and figure out how to mount these on here, a nifty bracket. And I had a couple of pictures sent to me of the original bracket. I believe that was Charles Hoyt that sent that to me. I could be wrong, but I'm not really too good on remembering names, and I really apologize for that. But I'll give credit where credit's due. When a gentleman sent me a whole bunch of pictures of this area, so I think I'm going to be able to reproduce this. Down here we have a light that I'm going to use on Otto, and we have his on-off switch. And it used to mount up here on the left side, but since it's really close to that door, well, right now it'll be backed off in a little while because I'm going to reset the door in the wall there. I think I'm going to mount it right up in this area somewhere. Right in here somewhere where it doesn't interfere with the handle. Maybe down here in this area, I'm not sure, but I really don't want to drill any holes if I don't have to, but it might be inevitable since all the holes for the box are on the other side. But I got, yeah, that's right, keep my speaker up there. in all these little cubbies that I got stuff shoved in. I got these hangers. I was looking for bicycle hangers. I was going to hang the bikes in the front of the carport, but I found these, and here's my Acme rods, but this holds all my long stock just perfect. So yeah, it holds it pretty good. Well, that's about it, guys. I do have a couple more things here, but as far as the machine shed or the shop or whatever the heck you want to call it, for the most part it's done. Here's a couple clamps that I picked up at the same estate sale that I got the drill bits. This one is a PS&W company, Southington, Connecticut, and it says here June, July 088. And I was trying to figure out if that was a production date or what, but it says steel number 6 screw. And up here it does have a 11 or a something and a mark after that, and then it says 1888. Oh, here we go. If I get it in that frame, that would really help, wouldn't it? 1888 right in here. I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but and it was totally full of rust, and I threw it in the Evapo-Rust and a little bit of wire brush on there and elbow grease, and it came really clean. And I got these at the same sale. They were also all rusty, sitting out there in the dirt in the backyard, and they're J.H. Williams, made in USA. It's a number CC-404 deep throat clamp. 404, is that a W? And this one doesn't have anything after it, but anyway, they're the same clamp. One just has a little more wear than the other, but I got these at a really, really good price, along with everything else there at that estate sale. Let me see here. At the same sale, I'm still not done with that sale. I got an old pair of wire strippers. Seem to work pretty good. And a bunch of brazing rod. And I got this cool clamp, or sliding clamp, bracket, fixture, whatever you want to call it, but it's adjustable. It has a lock on it that locks it once you get it in the position you want it. It slides back and forth, and it's got a lock up here to hold your workpiece. But you can change the angle on it. I don't think it's a production piece. I think it's shop made. There's no maker's mark on it, but for the price, I thought it was really cool. So I've yet to clean it up. I'll probably disassemble it and stick it in the Evapo-Rust, or just soak it in oil for a while and just hit it with a toothbrush or some steel wool or something. But I thought that was pretty cool. If anybody knows what something like that might be used for, let me know. But by this here and the angle that this is on here, I'm really limited to the angle I can set this at. So it looks like it's back as far as it'll go, and it'll continue straight up to 12 o'clock, probably quite a bit. Got a ½ inch left in there in the adjustment. But I thought that was pretty neat. Also, not at the same sale, but I saw this little box that said Aladdin's Tool on it. Well, inside was the instructions. It's only got one set of cutters, two profiles on it, and it goes in the drill press. And these holes line up, and then you lock in the cutters. The holes, depending on which cutters you're going to use, those two line up and those two line up. But for the price, I thought it was something neat just to play with. maybe derust it and display it. I'm not sure. Aladdin Manufacturing Company, Kansas City, Missouri. 1001 uses. It says, the Genie of 1001 uses. Pretty cool. We got some channel stickers. Tom over here at Hilltop Machine in Charlotte, North Carolina, sent me a couple of his transparent decals, one with the yellow print and one with the blue print. Really nice decals, Tom. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. We'll add those to our sticker board as soon as we figure out where we're going to put it. And let's see, I've got a couple guys here that sent me stuff. Joe Way over at Sierra Specialty Auto up in Quincy, California. He sent me some of his channel stickers. A nice little note in there, and Ron, be sure to subscribe to these guys if you haven't already. And we all know who this is. Tom. And he sent me one for Phil's Projects. And it's at felipe.desj@gmail.com. And then there's Pierre's Garage with Pierre Baudry. We all know who Pierre is. If you don't, please check him out. Anyway, and there's another one of his Sierra Specialty Auto stickers. And Joe really impressed me when he got that Model A flywheel up on the lathe and started lightening it. If you guys haven't seen it, that's some serious turning, and there's a lot of material coming off that flywheel. Go check them out. Anyway, that's Joe Way at Sierra Specialty Auto. I know I'm kind of clumsy when I'm holding this stuff here. Well, I know I had 3 stickers for Vernon. There we go. Vernon Courier, the Mature Patriot, 2 Busted Thumbs Productions, sent me some of his stickers. 2 Busted Thumbs Machining. And there's Vernon's picture right down there. Nice decals, Vernon. Thank you very much. Well, like I say, we'll add these to our board as soon as I get it up here. And we got some stickers from Active Atom. And these are nice looking stickers. They got chrome. That's cool. I like these. We're going to definitely add these to our sticker board. Maybe not all of them, but one of each. Going to add these to our sticker board. And even send a little note in here. Enjoy your Active Atom sticker set. So, yep. And this gives a little story about them. And you can find these guys at youtube.activeatom.com or instagram.activeatom.com. Sorry, guys. So be sure to check out Lance and Patrick over there. Or, oh, this one says Patrick and Lance. Okay. Anyway, I'm just giving you a hard time, guys. You know we love you up here. So, he's there up in Yucca Valley, California. Well, I should say down in Yucca Valley, California. Oh, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. And this here is a gift from Vernon. This is a wheel off an old steam valve. And I'll show you where we're going to put this. But I was talking to Vernon one day, and you know, he mentioned that he'd like to help me out, and so here it is. Thank you very much, Vernon. Let's go ahead and show the guys where we're going to put it on auto. So the handle's going to go right up here on the other side, back here. I'm doing it this way so I don't have to stand in front of the camera. So it's going to go right here on the end of this, and what it's going to do when I turn this, it's going to raise and lower this whole head here, because this head will come up another 5 inches. And I don't think I have enough up there on the top. I can come up another 3 inches, but that's it. So I'm never going to get the full height out of it. That's why I need the adjustment on the table that I need to fabricate. But this is going to definitely be a sweet addition, Vernon. It looks like it was made for it. Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate it. So guys, it's been a lot of work. I think it's worth it. Done 99.5% of everything all by myself, so it took me a long time with my setbacks, an extra month and a half. So, and I know I keep doing that, and I'm doing it again. I'm looking everywhere else but where I should be. But I come out here and just sit here and relax first thing in the morning, and then I turn on the lights and start puttering around, arranging things, changing things. I've got it pretty well insulated. We'll see when the summer comes how warm it's, well, how cool it's going to stay, or how warm it's going to get in here. But I got a feeling that's a good step in the right direction with the high density foam on the ceiling, since I got a metal roof on there. And I also have it above me where I have the original carport, because I'm probably about 12 feet into that right now. But thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I thank you to all my I really appreciate it. Oh my goodness, Ron, I can't even talk. You know, I like these guys. I can't even spit this stuff out. Well, thanks a lot for joining me. Thanks for being patient. Thanks for watching me. I really appreciate it. I noticed, even since I've been off, I've got some new subscribers out there. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I can guarantee there won't be another 2.5 month period where I don't have a video coming out about something. I've got a couple things lined up. I've got a threading dial for my South Bend 9. It's PLE printed plastic, or PLA printed plastic. Anyway, that's what it is. And I didn't realize I didn't have the hole on the apron of my South Bend Model A, which is supposed to be a threading lathe. I didn't realize the hole wasn't there, so I haven't done that project yet, but that's going to be one project we're going to do. I'm going to do a super cool project for one of your hot rods or rat rods or something along those lines, or maybe you just want to build it to hang it up on the wall of your shop. And I'll show you what that's going to be in a couple more videos here. But for right now, I think that's all we're going to do. And like I say, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I know I've been down for a while. I'm still trying to get my 3-phase in here. The 220's still where it was before. I haven't moved it. I got a thing about getting in the attic because I got to get these knees on those rafters, and I really don't care for that right now. My knees are just a mess. So I'm sitting, and I'll sit whenever I can right now. Be safe in the shop, okay? I hope to see you next time here at Flathead Ron's Garage. Thanks for joining me. Have a good day. Bye.